Ethan Klein from H3H3 is now suing iDubbbz, and this might be one of the weirdest YouTube drama stories of the year. What started as an old internet friendship has turned into a full-blown defamation lawsuit involving Destiny, Hasan, Asmongold, and the entire future of YouTube commentary channels. This is the Internet Chaos Report. Remember to like and subscribe because we're posting videos like this every single day. Now let's get into it.
I am being sued by Ethan Klein.
Massive day for the unemployed. We got H3H3 suing iDubbbz. Yes, two fighting. Incredible. This was so serious, as a matter of fact, even Internet Jesus chimed in.
Ethan Klein has become like the Nintendo of YouTubers. He is extraordinarily litigious.
The primordial goop in his brain makes him a goofy goober. That's about it. See ya. Don't know who these two are? Well, no worries. Basically, these guys were former friends making videos back in like 2016 of them.
I actually remember, I used to like their videos that they made together. They were actually pretty good. And now both of them suck, dude. They're both so fucking annoying. So, I don't know what happened to them.
Eating garbage together from a dumpster, and now they're having some gay leftist drama political slop beef. Ethan Klein sues iDubbbz over streamed child molestation accusation. Klein filed a defamation lawsuit against iDubbbz in Calgary, Canada, stemming from a February stream where iDubbbz displayed and left on screen for hours a message from the streamer Destiny claiming Klein molested his children. A quick daily reminder that Ethan from H3H3 is likely a who's molested his own children. WestJet, why is he—
Dude, where did that come from? Because I mean, as much as I dislike Ethan Klein, I don't think that he's molesting his children. So I don't know where that even comes from, where people are saying that.
He's suing the guy who displayed the image, not the guy who said it. Relax, we're gonna get there.
Yeah, no, why is he not suing Destiny? You know? Like, at least he should be suing both of them, not just iDubbbz.
In the courts of Calgary, Alberta, for defamation. I do plan on fighting against this. It worries me what it means for the commentary community, and especially the Canadian.
Wait, why is it happening in Canada also? Neither of these guys are Canadian. What?
Canadian commentary community.
Ian has deeply aligned himself with the snark community that is basically responsible for and celebrated CPS coming to my house to take my children away and sending human skulls to my home. These are two things that on the snark Discord they...
Sending human skulls? Like fake? Or real? Because if they're real, that's fucked up, and the people who are doing that should go to prison. Because that's crazy.
Have on the banner.
So Ethan Klein over here, he's like Reddit's public enemy #1 because he beefed with Hasan Piker. They basically had a show together where they'd get emotional over third world countries, and I think Ethan...
Yeah, why is he not friends with either of these two guys? He was really good friends with both of them. And then they both, like, broke up because of the Israel-Palestine stuff. I'm pretty sure that that's the only reason why they broke up. Like, both of them, you know, as being friends. So, pretty crazy that that divide was so much that it made friends break up. You know, I've had political disagreements with friends, and never have I been like, oh, I don't want to be friends with you anymore. So, I don't know. That's just crazy to me.
didn't get emotional enough over Israel on October 7th. And that's...
I mean, he is Jewish, so he obviously has a lot of emotion over Israel, which is stupid. He lives in fucking America, so he shouldn't even care. But whatever. I guess his wife is also Israeli, so...
The thing, iDubbbz turns out was a Hasan superfan, so he essentially backstabbed his friend from the past to get a collaboration going, and stuff got wild.
He does it as a watermark for his whole hours-long stream. It's a comment, but if you look at it, he emphasizes throughout that he does think it's a serious accusation that needs to be investigated and that he doesn't think it's a joke.
Ethan basically says Destiny's fine because he played it off as a joke and didn't, you know, keep it on stream for hours.
Now, I know people are like, well, why don't you sue Destiny for saying it? Well, Destiny made it immediately. First of all, this is a comment from Destiny, like made in passing. Ian put it on his screen for 2 hours during his main broadcast.
Also, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. You know, I'm not a lawyer. Don't the messenger. iDubbbz literally met this dude's children and he's saying all that, so I guess that is weird.
Because there's always been like an unwritten rule on the internet.
Yeah, that is weird. I mean, he knows him really well, so either he's lying just because he's super spiteful, or it might be true. But I just can't see Ethan Klein molesting his children. That'd be crazy if it came out that he did. That would be really, really wild. Like terrible.
Not just YouTube, where if there's beef online, it stays online. And you handle it online without, you know, going over that threshold, the event horizon of trying to use litigation to silence your opponent or something like that.
And a lot of people are pointing out that him suing in Canada also feels a bit spiteful as well. And Ethan Klein's been suing people like crazy. There's gonna be no more bread tubers left.
I mean, do I even have to say it? This guy is suing people like crazy. Stereotypes are real for a reason, you know? They definitely are.
Left to sue at this point.
Man, Ethan Klein has become like the Nintendo of YouTubers. He is extraordinarily litigious.
Okay, this is my watermark for the stream. I don't want any of my content being stolen.
Imagine the lawyer who's stuck with looking at footage from a VTuber dragon, bro.
It's okay. So I do want to say I don't agree.
Wait, he streams as a dragon now? What the fuck?
With what's being said in this comment here. But I'm putting it on screen because I think it should be addressed because it's a big, bold accusation that's very fucked up.
It is very fucked up. And
But so he said he doesn't necessarily agree with it. So I don't know if they could sue over that, because it's not like he claimed that it's true. He just said that it was a comment that should be looked into, an accusation that should be looked into. I don't think you could sue about that. You'd basically have to report that it was 100% true. So, yeah, I think that Ethan is going to lose this. But I don't know how the laws are in Canada. Why is he suing in Canada also? No fucking idea. Maybe it'll say it here later, but that makes no fucking sense at all.
it's despicable that he would think it's a good idea to post that there while knowingly aware that it's not true. And he said he didn't agree with it, but thinks it needs to be addressed because it's so f***ed up.
I, like most people with half a brain, stopped watching H3 the second he ditched his channel for his cornball podcast, but
yeah, that's basically when I stopped watching H3 also. So, because his channel was actually good. He used to, like, the humongous thing was pretty funny. The vape nay shit, that was funny. But now his podcast is just terrible. I don't even know what happened to him. Same with iDubbbz. His shit's terrible, but at least I know what happened to iDubbbz. At least I know that iDubbbz just is a cuck and is letting his wife control whatever the fuck he says and does online. To where Ethan, I don't know, he just randomly became super fucking gay.
yeah, this is kind of weird. I don't know what to think about this. So let's outsource our thinking to Twitter. Let's check out what Asmongold and Hasan have to say.
I like Ethan, and I don't like that iDubbbz has decided to throw his lot in with a bunch of terrorist supporter, anti-Western communist, fucking retards, right?
All right, we got the yin. Now let's hear the yang.
Bro's opening new fronts like he's Israel? No, literally. What the f?
Can bro go 24 hours without mentioning Israel? He reminds me of that one girl.
Support Kingsman like it's supporting Israel.
Is Ethan Klein the most spiritually Israeli podcaster out there? Like, actually?
Yes.
I mean, the guy is literally Jewish, but what does Israel have to do with anything?
He did actually...
I mean, the whole reason why they broke up was over Israel, so that does have to do with a lot, to be honest. So, I don't know. The whole reason why they don't have a podcast together is because of Israel. So, I mean, it does have to do with something.
Know Ethan and his family and would use a comment like that to try and make his statement about like being soft on Destiny or whatever. But I still just don't understand why Ethan is willing to just be like, yeah, but Destiny, cleared up that he wasn't being serious. He was just goofing around. He was just being a dickhead.
People knew that when Destiny said it was like, he was just being a dickhead. Or, I mean, he was being a giant f***ing piece of shit, right? And just because you're showing what someone else said doesn't make it not defamation, because you're showing essentially.
And that's the thing, right? I don't even think it's a hot take to say this, but Ethan Klein got money to burn, and iDubbbz, he's in a bit of a financial pickle, so Ethan knows what he's doing.
Look at him. His shit is fucking falling off so hard. It's crazy how hard it's fallen off.
Just one more lawsuit, bro. One more and the reputation won't be dirt. That being said, going after Ethan's kids is very personal, but at the same time, you could be spending your time hanging out with your children instead of, suing a dude using a VTuber dragon. Just saying, if my pockets were as deep as Ethan Klein's, I'd be out sailing into the sunset. But now I'm stuck being a chud to pay my bills. What a pathetic Chungus life.
Hasan just got finished on He Cried.
But if you're going after iDubbbz solely because you know you can get a defamation case win because of Canada's laws not being as protective as the US's, that's why you don't go after Destiny, then that to me says that you were just trying to take advantage of those.
Wait, does iDubbbz live in Canada now? I'm confused. Does iDubbbz live in Canada? Has he always lived in Canada? I don't think he's always lived in Canada, but
laws, the lax nature of those laws in Canada, to get revenge on someone that has wronged you.
Interesting stuff. Let's see what Reddit had to say. Imagine showing this to someone a decade ago. Genuinely made me sad. 2016 was 10 years ago. No. Damn, Ethan putting his lawyer's kids and grandkids through college. Ethan suing iDubbbz because Destiny called Ethan a pedophile. Ethan is a good lol cow. Remember when Anissa came to the stream laughing that they'll never sue them because they have the same lawyer?
I do plan on fighting against this.
they have the same lawyer? That's gonna be weird.
So it really feels less about the actual defaming and more about just being able to continue to like really drive the nail into iDubbbz, which is extremely unnecessary. You've now made a new issue out of
Yeah,
it.
I think it was obviously a joke. So, I don't know.
That is a concern and can affect other people.
Kind of a fucked up joke to make, though, saying that someone molests their kids. But, still, I think it was a joke.
Entirely unrelated to it.
Again, the question is the extent of the claim. I feel like most people don't insinuate that people are pedophiles who molest their own children. iDubbbz wasn't even the guy who made the claim, though, so this is really confusing.
It's just silly. Ethan needs to address this little minor claim that he molested his own children and he's a pedophile. Is that funny? I don't know. Is that a joke? Is that free speech? I don't think so. Because you can't just say people molested their children. That's not free speech. That's not protected speech.
And good thing iDubbbz didn't. That would be the comment that was left by someone else.
It's okay. So I do want to say I don't agree with what's being said in this comment here.
I'm talking about you're literally using your platform and literally using these petty disagreements, your own emotions that you're so tied up in this situation to destroy the very industry that we all operate.
I haven't seen this guy in fucking forever. Holy shit. Does Anthony Fantino even make fucking content anymore? What is his channel like? I haven't heard of this guy in years.
Within.
Even Hasan hasn't actually sued More Pegasus for making like 911 videos on him.
So if that is the big problem that this was said in the first place, then wouldn't that energy be channeled at the person who actually said it?
Yeah, I don't get it either. Maybe just sue Destiny for the heck of it too. You already sued like 70 people. What's 71?
Making the accusation that a father...
Yeah, I think he should sue Destiny over iDubbbz. So that's just really weird. They suing iDubbbz over it.
Father is a pedophile who's molested their own children. That's insane. This is an insane accusation to make about somebody.
I mean, everyone's on the same page here as far as I can tell. Everyone thinks what Destiny said isn't okay.
Sue people and try to bury them in fucking costly litigation over and over again.
How is iDubbbz gonna afford a lawyer when he can't even afford a table? This is actually fire. This guy said they're having a mid-off in court. To be fair, they're basically in the same boat. You know, Ethan Klein's might be marginally bigger, but they both shattered their reputation. And they were friends. They were on each other's podcasts and everything was going well. And now let's have H3
Was that the podcast where they said the N-word? Because that was kind of funny.
explain his side of the story.
He said when CPS was called on his family a year ago, the rules of engagement had completely changed. A snark community fabricated a lie that his children were crawling around in dog shit and eating it. An agent came to my home at 8 a.m. to look through my home and interview my children against their will. Investigation is now over, was determined to be unfounded. After this, he could no longer tolerate attacks on his children or attempts to break up his family. Ian was a friend of his for many years. He has been to his house, met his children. When he displayed a message on screen for over an hour stating that he's a pedophile that molests his children, Ian, on the other hand, does know his family, has been to his home, and has met his children, and the fact that he exploited that closeness to forward such a heinous, unforgivable accusation forced him into action. To make matters worse, Ian has supported the call to CPS in his content deputy and openly associates with, spends time in, and celebrates the snark community from which the original CPS call came from.
I mean, there is no denying that iDubbbz is a piece of shit, but, like, is suing the way to do it? And, like, H3 is the only one with children here. I don't think these guys can really understand how he truly feels. Maybe I'm a sociopath, but I myself have, like, 4 children and 3 child support payments I'm avoiding, but that's besides the point. I feel like if someone said this about me, I'd kind of laugh it off because, you know, it's not true. Anyway, subscribe to the channel if you think Ludwig has no spine.
That's crass.
All right. Yeah, no, this just seems stupid to me. I think both of them are in the wrong, and I just think that the suing thing, he doesn't have any actual discourse for it. He doesn't have any reason. Like, there's no... I don't think that he could win this lawsuit because Ethan didn't actually say that he molests his children. He put a comment that someone else said and said that he doesn't agree with it. So, yeah, I don't think that Ethan's going to win this. But also, iDubbbz is a piece of shit for doing that. But anyways, that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe because we're posting videos like this every single day. Peace.